yadā duḥkhaṃ samudayo nirodhaś न vidyate mārgo duḥkha-nirodhatvat katamam prāpayiṣyati.
Yadā duḥkhaṃ samudayo nirodhaś न vidyate mārgo duḥkha-nirodham tvām katamam prāpayiṣyati. So, MMK chapter 24, verse 25. And the text that I just recited is somewhat different from the text you heard Professor Kati Naupane recite. His is based on a version before it was amended by Anne MacDonald. As Anne MacDonald quite rightly argues, the previous version doesn't really make any sense. But her amended version, which conforms completely with the meter, does make good sense, and I'm as sure as I can be that that would be the original version. Mārgo duḥkha-nirodham. In the previous version is ablative. Mārgo duḥkha-nirodham. So Anne MacDonald's version is Mārgo duḥkha-nirodham tvām. And the previous version has mārgo duḥkha-nirodham. So it's an ablative phrase, through the cessation of suffering. But in Anne MacDonald's version, tvām is the object of prāpayiṣyati. So, will cause you to attain. So, prāp is the verbal root, prāp, to attain. And prāpayiṣyati, which is the same in both versions, means cause to attain, will cause to attain. It's future causative. So prāpayiṣyati, will cause to attain. In Anne MacDonald's version, the object of that is tvām, accusative singular, masculine of tvat. So tvām prāpayiṣyati, will cause you to attain. In the previous version, prāpayiṣyati doesn't have an object, so it doesn't really make sense. So back to the first line, yadā duḥkhaṃ samudayo nirodhaś na vidyate. So yadā, when, na vidyate, is not found. Yadā duḥkhaṃ na vidyate, when suffering is not found. Samudayo is production, aggregation of suffering, the second noble truth. Dukkha, the first noble truth. Nirodha, the third noble truth. So this verse brings all four noble truths together. The four have been discussed in the four previous verses, and in this verse 25 he brings them all together. Yadā duḥkhaṃ samudayo nirodhaś na vidyate. When suffering, yadā, when suffering, duḥkhaṃ, nominative singular neuter, samudayo, production, nominative masculine singular, and before nirodha the samudayo goes to samudayo. Then nirodha, masculine singular nominative, and before cha means and, before cha, nirodha becomes nirodhaś, nirodhaścha, and cessation. Yadā duḥkhaṃ samudayo nirodhaś na vidyate. When suffering, production, and cessation are not found, so they're not found where the self-existence. So when he says yadā duḥkhaṃ na vidyate, when suffering is not found, he means when impermanent suffering is not found. So in the opponent's scheme, suffering is found, but it is not the kind of suffering that the Buddha was interested in, that the Buddha discussed, which is suffering as an empty happening, an empty dharma, where that kind of suffering is not found. Yadā duḥkhaṃ samudayo nirodhaś vidyate. So where that kind of suffering is not found, production is not found, because production is the empty production of empty, dependently arisen things, dependently arisen dharmas, I should say. And cessation, nirodha, as we just seen in the verse 23, where things are not empty, cessation of them is impossible. When suffering, production and cessation are not found, mārgo, nominative singular masculine of mārga, mārgaha, the path, duḥkha-nirodham, accusative, cessation of suffering, dukkha, suffering, nirodha, cessation. So subject is nominative mārgaha, the path, object is duḥkha-nirodham, cessation of suffering. Katamam, katamam means what exactly? It means the same as kim, but it's somewhat emphatic. So what exactly? Prāpayiṣyati, will it cause to attain? So the subject of prāpayiṣyati, in Anne MacDonald's version, is mārgaha. And katamam agrees with duḥkha-nirodham. So it's accusative singular neuter. Duḥkha-nirodham katamam. What cessation of suffering exactly? Tvām, object of prāpayiṣyati. Will it cause you to attain? So mārgo, the path. Duḥkha-nirodham, the cessation of suffering. Tvām, you. Katamam, what exactly? Prāpayiṣyati, will it cause to attain? So we follow the English order. What? Katamam, cessation of suffering, duḥkha-nirodham. Will the path lead to attain? Prāpayiṣyati, you. Tvām. Mārgo duḥkha-nirodham tvām, katamam prāpayiṣyati. What cessation of suffering will the path lead you to attain? So that is the question. And it's a nice example of how studying the Sanskrit, as Anne MacDonald has done, and then understanding what the Sanskrit means, can be a better route to real understanding of what Nagarjuna said than the sort of Chinese whispers of relying on unreliable texts and translations thereof from the Tibetan into the Tibetan, and then translations from Tibetan into English. So, for example, in the Dalai Lama's book, The Middle Way, Faith Grounded in Reason, the translation, the English translation in there is, by what path can one seek the attainment of the cessation of suffering? Okay, so it's not without meaning, but it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not the original meaning that we've managed to get back to, thanks to Anne MacDonald's sterling efforts. Yadā duḥkhaṃ samudayo nirodhaś vidyate, mārgo duḥkha-nirodham tvām, katamam prāpayiṣyati. When suffering, production and cessation are not found, what cessation of suffering will the path lead you to attain?